Data analytics gives you the advantage of getting to answer questions in a faster time. In esports, you have a topic where all those technologies can be applied with an actual great purpose.
VP hasn't had to break much of a sweat here at the CQ Major, but now, I mean, they haven't lost a series, but now we see Secret trying to change that. An impressive start of our best of 5. Nahaz, how did it all go down?
I gotta say, I was a little nervous coming into this because I thought VP were playing really well. We got ourselves a series. Look, Secret's core has played absolutely. I'm sorry, guys. Secret's core has played absolutely flawlessly in the laning phase in this game. It's obviously, it's partly is that's the draft. It's why you draft the Lina in that situation against the known Shadowfiend. But mid one absolutely delivered. They're having to make moves relatively early on as VP with 3 or more heroes. Mid one's able to dodge that gank. They give up support kills on the bottom, but really limit the damage. Meanwhile, Secret takes the early top tower, and that Diffusal Blade by Nisha, 11 minutes and 17 seconds. That is the 9th fastest Diffusal Blade on PL all time out of 1,897 builds in the pro game.
Let's talk about the draft too as well, and what we actually did see coming out here. Did anything really catch you off guard? PL, one of these things that we keep talking about this hero, and we don't see it get locked in. Now we get to see it.
And this is one of the reasons why hero is so strong, at least in my book. One of the reasons why Team Secret managed to crush their lanes is because they try lane top against the Beastmaster, and you have a Timbersaw on bottom who is much more self-sustainable. And I think one of the problems that VP had in this game is Monkey King was not that high of a level.
Yeah.
Considering that they've been sharing XP on the bottom lane, trying to tri-lane against the Timber, and this is the raise that they're missing. It wouldn't change a thing. It's just the lane things a little bit.
PL's just so huge at this point. I mean, for PL to have his Diffusal in this fight at the 12-minute mark and them to be able to commit so hard to that fight, it's just not something that you're necessarily ready for on the side of Virtus.pro. But I thought Zai was absolutely brilliant. I've actually seen some pretty good Timber players get in trouble in that lane against the Monkey King, but that little bot, I don't even think it was a full level advantage, but it was decisive in that lane. Zai was putting pressure on Ramses from the get-go, and I mean, Secret they won their solo lanes so convincingly.
Yeah, the problem is Virtus.pro, they use their spells, they use Earth Spirit ulti, they use Monkey King ulti, Beastmaster Roar, and they need to get a kill or 2 if they want to keep fighting. On the other side, Team Secret, they can keep this going for as long as they want to. You have a Phantom Lancer, you have a Timbersaw, they like those prolonged team fights, Undying as well to get the stacks from Decay going. And at this point, the game was just over. Shadowfiend committed a buyback,
such a
died,
fast
game over.
I mean, how many times? Yeah, that's actually the 9th fastest game of the tournament out of, I believe, 91 matches now. But I mean, how many times, Lucas, have we talked about this in this meta? Sustain, sustain, sustain. The fights are lasting longer. Not only that, the importance of buybacks. It's one of the reasons that Shadowfiend is kind of faded away as a hero, that hero, because he comes back with no souls, reduced damage, he has a tough time utilizing buyback like a lot of the top tier cores.
And everyone on side of Team Secret became so beefy, and I like the item build on Lina with Ether Lance and the talent. She's staying as far as possible from a team fight, just landing those stuns, fighting the kills, and then entering a fight again.
And look at Nisha. This is one of the players. I almost called him a hero there. One of the players that we really did say could just take over the game, and you're going to see that backed up by the numbers on your screen.
And I think that they put him in a position to do it. As well as he played in that game, I think, You have to give so much credit to the other 2 cores of Secret. Just you have to address that laning. I mean, they brought not only the Earth Spirit fairly early on, they brought the Oracle in at the tail end of that gank, and mid one was still able to live through that. They felt like they had to then make a move bottom, and all of a sudden your Shadow Fiend, who'd been getting crushed in lane anyway, is spending a full 2 minutes running around the map trying to get those kills. I agree with what Kyle said, that SF has to do that now. He's a tempo hero, but they weren't able to convert nearly enough.
And they needed to help Monkey King in lane because he was not having a good time, so rotation from Shadowfiend was kind of natural, but it opens up the map considering that they managed to kill tier 1 tower real quick, and mid tower was being pressured, so they have entrance to enemy jungle, and that's where you want to play. Also, warding from Team Secret was on point this game, rotations, timings, everything was just almost perfectly executed.
A lot of compliments go in the way of Team Secret, but if you're VP, what do you do here in Nahas to start course correcting?
Lacoste, do you feel like VP got value out of that Oracle pick?
I've not seen anything. The only good thing that I saw from Oracle was keeping Timbersaw in place so Shadowfiend could land 3 raises. Other than that, there was not too much synergy with Oracle.
That's more and more looking at that VP draft and looking at those fights. That's kind of what I'm reflecting on, that ordinarily when the Oracle is picked, you've got this massive core like a Husker that's going to attract a lot of attention that you're trying to keep alive. SF can evolve into that, but being limited in the laning phase, you never really got that going in the game, and when that happens, Oracle just feels not so great.
I feel like they kind of blocked the Huskar pick with their Phantom Lancer pick as well, just staying 1 step ahead of VP.
Agreed.
Now, when we talk about Secret being one of the teams that we really do expect to innovate, to take risks in a draft, them getting the first game of the series, does that allow them to kind of have a little bit more wiggle room to start seeing if any of those crazy strategies can bear fruit?
Yes, and I think it's even better than winning the first game the way they did in the Winners Bracket Final Series. That was not a game. Yes, you feel confident in your draft. You gave yourself some great lanes, but your cores just played so stellar in that matchup. You feel great about the way that you won that game.
And that's something that's definitely going to be important. I mean, the only team that they've lost to so far in the tournament is VP. That's how they actually did drop down to losers. They're not fazed by it. They have been prepping for this matchup. I feel like they just got to the arena today and they said, okay, let's do business. Let's get to the grand final. And they already are enacting on that plan. Do you think this is the game, though, where we start to see them step outside of the lines, Lacoste?
Well, they kind of, I'm not going to say experimented with the draft, considering it's a Phantom Lancer. The hero is not that popular until, 2 days ago. Some of the teams started picking it, but you can see the way they think, like just staying 1 step ahead, have stuff prepared, but they're also not afraid of trying new things.
Yeah, and we're going to be getting into those picks shortly, and that's why we really do want to be thinking about this. This best of 5 may end up going a lot quicker than we thought. I mean, VP is...
Let's not get ahead of ourselves,
I'm not getting ahead of ourselves. I'm trying not to. But the thing is that you said if any team was going to come out and just dominate, you expect it to be VP.
I did.
And now you look at this series, and I don't think we expect VP to dominate. Can they come back? Yes. Can they win this series? Yes. But Secret's very much here to play.
Yeah, that's kind of why, biased panelists, that's kind of why I was excited by Secret's performance in that first game, because I thought if it was going to be a short series, it was going to be VP. And I think Secret really asserting themselves the first game in the manner in which they did, VP is going to punch back, okay? That's just not in doubt. It's just a question of how they're going to respond. That's part of why these panels are so fun. By the way, Rich, we talked a couple times on these panels about old ideas coming back in the later stages of the tournaments. The PL counter to Undying, the Lina laning counter to the SF. That's part of why I love these kinds of matches, because, I mean, it's new meta, but it's bell bottoms, baby.
Yeah, and Lacoste, why are we seeing these bell bottoms get broken out currently in these later phases of the tournament?
I mean, meta changes a lot with each patch. We see different heroes rising to the top, but some things just don't change ever in Dota. That's how it is.
Yeah, some things very consistent.
They're just static.
And when you have players that really do know how to use those tools as well, and then also when you have a team with the chemistry that we've already mentioned between these two squads, it does start to become dangerous. They don't need to stick to the meta. They don't need to use heroes to do them any favors. They can make a hero that might not be in the meta still shine.
You know, if we had to fill again, the question I would ask Lacoste would be, do you think that you can win like that still? Because these teams, it just feels so hard to win right now at the highest level of Dotas without that edge of innovation, right?
Yeah.
And I thought maybe that LGD was going to prove me wrong last year because of the way that they were playing. Their lineups when they started Win Epicenter, fairly homogeneous. They were doing a lot of the same things in terms of playing around their BKB timings, but even they were forced to innovate, right, as the events dragged on.
I mean, just by playing safe Dota, having good picks, strong lanes, having a good chemistry with the team, it's gonna get you to top 3, top 4. If you're just stable, if you don't throwing the game, if you don't experiment too much with the picks.
Same band so far. But yeah, I like what you're saying,
yeah.
but it's in those really top-tier matchups that a team's versatility really gets set. That was the book on newbie for a long time before they made the finals of TI7, that they could get to that top 4, top 3, but run out of ideas.
It's important when you look at these two teams, though, to keep in mind the fact that they have made it not only that far to top 4, top 3, they've consistently been in grand finals every major this year. This is the second one, and VP looking to grab a second, but Team Secret doing a great job at starting their revenge match here.
Okay. So the Terrorblade ban instead of the OD, I believe, is the only change, if I'm seeing this right.
Yeah, OD is still in the pool, and OD kind of blocks a couple of the picks that we've seen in the previous one. So I would not be surprised if we just see a first phase OD.
Yeah, once again, VP our first pick, forcing Secret a little bit out of their comfort zone, it looks like.
OD in first phase has been something that we've seen more and more of. Will we see VP decide to do it here? And Lacoste, you mentioned that it just blocks so many different heroes. What type of heroes is it taking away from Secret if we see VP decide to start with the OD?
Because the hero pool on mid lane is kind of really small right now, and OD is doing great, and he's so strong against all of these beefy heroes that come from an off lane, and a lot of strength heroes being played from position 4, which just love to run at you, and it's just a free intelligence for OD.
All right, Yapsor Spirit. No, they're going to go with the Sven in the opening position. I thought we might see the Roger Puck as their reply to, the Yapsor Spirit as a reply to the Roger Tusk. But we are going to see first phase OD, and again, Sven so value here because he is that flex pick.
And I love OD against Tusk in general. I wouldn't. I see different kind of builds on OD with Yasha, Kaya, but against hero like a Tusk, you just want to have a 4-step to get people out of the shards and instant Pugna pick. I love this.
I do too.
Pugna would not survive. Every time OD is picked, Pugna is just being banned out.
Insta-banned, absolutely. And that's the power of first overall pick. It's not just having that first hero pick. It's the idea that you get that, you have more counter picks.
Yeah, and Pugna, usually when we see the OD, the Pugna does have that ability. It gets banned very quickly. You said you like that Tusk OD matchup. Now having Pugna for VP, does that completely take that off the table for you, Lacoste?
And Pugna in general is a great hero against OD, and OD does not like to play into Pugna because of the Cripify. You're kind of forcing him to build into BKB early on, which he does not like that much, and he has high mana usage against the ward, which is really bad. But the setup coming out from Team Secret, Astral, and the position 5 or either 3 Sven can easily come, just drop a stun, couple of intelligence stolen, pure damage. It's more than enough to get a kill.
Should also throw into the mix here that we do expect that this Pugna is going to be in the hands of no one mid going up against the OD, but we have seen support Pugna run as recently as last year. We saw FY support Pugna feature fairly prominently. This is also in Pasha's hero pool, possibly at the 3 position.
Okay, a lot of potential there for that hero.
So both drafts pretty open. Right.
Yeah, very open, right? I mean, we only have our first 2 heroes on each side. Tusk, something we've seen a lot of. OD, something we've seen a whole bunch of, especially at the tail end of the tournament. Pugna usually getting banned. Sven, though, where do you sit on this here? Because I know we've seen Sven just in so many different roles. One of the reasons that we can say, hey, look, this draft is open, but it seems to have thrived in a few much more than the others.
I think the role that I've liked it the most in this tournament has been the 3 position, where it's focusing on utility. The Warcry feels like it has so many powerful synergies with the utility items like the Vlads, the Crimson, the pipe that the offlaners are building anyway. The other nice thing, by the way, about the Pugna pick is it really, if as Secret you were thinking about going back to something like a Timbersaw, right, really discourages that. You're not going to pick Medusa now. Probably wouldn't anyway with OD, but still. I just like how Pugna blocks off a lot of the picks that Secret has been using.
OD, we were saying, could potentially do the same thing, but Pugna almost seems to target what Secret does want to do. Heads up play by VP.
Look at the Oracle ban by Secret here, giving a little bit of respect to that strat. I still think, again, you talk about a 21-minute and 2-second game 1. To the observer, right, that's not close. But I still think if PL had not gotten so massive in that game, if Lina had been a little bit less dominant in lane, that was not a straightforward game necessarily for Secret. So I like the respect being shown.
And with Pugna, if it's a mid Pugna, it opens up the map so much, considering that he pressures the tier 1 tower on the mid lane, the most important tower in the game, and can easily rotate, just take the bottom tower again, then just play enemy jungle. Jakiro's an interesting ban. Maybe they're considering that Team Secret is...
Secret had it earlier against EG.
Yeah, maybe they want to get hands on Faceless Void.
Real quick, the other thing that the Oracle ban tells you is that Secret is at least thinking about the Darkseer pick.
Darkseer, and the other thing that was mentioned is Faceless Void. Why would you want to see Faceless Void in this draft, Lacoste?
OD Faceless Void, it's really great in general. A lot of synergy, and it's a BKB piercing ability, but they might not go for it considering that they banned out Juggernaut, so they might not be afraid of him. And Haas has a good point about Darkseer, even though Oracle could be particularly good against OD, because you cast spell on him and he can't attack. That's his worst enemy.
How do you like this pick, Nahaz? I'm pretty sure I heard you say. I was distracted by the lightning on the stage, but I'm pretty sure I heard you say, I love it.
I like Lina. I like Luna a lot. I think that the tank ability that she brings to your entire lineup with those early points in her aura just makes you feel. I mean, all of a sudden, right? We saw that show match basically end when the Luna comes on board, and she's like, "Oh yeah, okay." All of a sudden, everybody's got a couple hundred more HP.
Yeah, and we've seen Luna very much going for that build throughout all the games that we have seen her. How much have we seen Luna at this point? I feel like it has been pretty specialized when we see the Luna come out.
Yeah, not too many picks, but she's looked good in the at least in the high level games that we've seen.
Yeah, definitely. It has been the higher level teams that have been able to find a place for Luna. But what does Secret need? Is there anything, Lacoste, that you say, okay, this lineup is deficient in one way?
They need a hero that scales into a late game. All right, Centaurs.
So Sven is your support. All right. And, I mean, geez, Rubik's still on the board, guys.
Why are you thinking Rubik, Nahaz?
That's what you need. I'm imagining at this point this is going to be a puppy Sven.
No way they're getting Rubik into this lineup. Oh, you mean for Team Secret?
For Secret, yeah. That's what I'm saying. It sets up for a nice 5th pick. Okay, now you got the Doom without the Grimstroke.
Doom has been pain in the ass. Play against OD. Like, just Doom him and that's it. But they have a good ways of disengaging a team fight with the Warcry and the Centaur. We've seen teams prioritizing Centaur as a Doom target, because if his ulti is up, you Doom a target, they just run away.
Now, we talked about this on another panel, Rich, in the context of Brewmaster versus Centaur. That Brewmaster ults, you just hit R as Centaur, your whole team runs away. Same theory as Doom.
Now we're just going to see how Team Secret and Virtus.pro want to round out their lineups here. Secret going to be leading by 1. The last time that these guys went head-to-head in a grand final, Virtus.pro was able to take it. Two teams that have honestly shown that they are a cut above everybody that we've seen at the CQ Major.
Like,
So much
surely
burst damage on side of VP. Pugna plus a Lion, the Cripified Finger. These targets are gonna go down quickly if they pull off the combo before Centaur gets a pipe. For now, Centaur does not need to build into Crimson Guard, so he can go for different kind of an item build.
This is going to be tough, too, because this is going to be, at the end of the day, I worry this is going to start looking like a single core lineup for
Yeah,
VP.
VP, I don't like that.
You need a hyper carry at the end here. And PA feels really dangerous against an OD and a Luna. Lots of magic. Centaur, a lot of magic damage coming out from Team Secret.
So if not a PA, what would you want to see Virtus.pro actually use to round out their lineup?
AM is going to have tempo issues. The troll ban is really good.
They're banning out the position 1 heroes. You see TB, Jug, Troll, and they got a good carry for themselves, and there are not too many options left for VP.
I thought you were going to see this in reverse. I thought you would see VP really attack the hero pool of Nisha, and instead Secret really going after Ramses pretty hard here.
Secret just depleting that pool for position 1.
I mean, you can always rely on Medusa. But
PA
is such a low HP hero playing into this kind of a lineup. OD, the OD before PA gets a BKB can just burst her with the ulti. And Centaur, Luna, it just feels so good. I'm already liking Team Secret's lineup in this game.
Yeah, I really do too. I agree with that. What? No.
Not
That
something necessarily expected, but
That's support. Is that support Centaur and a Tricore around a Drow Ranger? What? Holy crap, puppy. The 5 melee AoE surge strat and now the surprise Drow Ranger 3 range core strat.
No, I'm not sure who's gonna play what in this lineup of Team Secret, but I already said it. I like their draft even before I saw the 10th pick.
All right, we see the last pick come in. We get excited about it. Already they were looking good before they got it. Is Secret going to be able to get themselves onto match point?
What a draft. We're here to Kyle, because luckily I got this guy.
Is so sick.
I got this guy next to me who was sitting there going, man, this is really cool. Yapsaw is over on the Luna. Tell us why, Kyle.
Because
Reveal the
maxed
secrets
out
of Secret.
Lunar Blessing gives 24 primary attribute, Toby. That means Centaur and Sven get a free 480 HP. It means OD gets a Mystic Staff of Intelligence.
Yep.
And now a Drow to benefit from the bonus agility even more. Like, this draft is beautiful. I don't know if it's going to work, but conceptually, this is fantastic. Luna's a great laner as well, especially if you have big, beefy front lane 3 like a Zai.
Luna's the one that's been prepping up to do these aggro trial lanes. We're sitting there going, oh, you can just run any kind of support you want to. And you notice Yapsaw, this build, this is what they're playing for. Secret may be 1 victory away from getting that trophy. Yapsaw has boots first. It is Lunar Blessing. You don't need a stun. You're going to have so much sustain. And you've got the War Cry on top of it. You got so much extra health. And VP already had damage issues.
And this is, dude, Secret really, really, really wants to beat VP, okay? I have not seen them in this tournament because they've been working so hard. I guarantee this is something that Puppy's had saved for this series. I haven't seen a support Luna, so
well, I believe also if Team Secret win this tournament, that is enough points to actually qualify for TI. They'll be up there because they're playing up against the only team so far who have enough DPC points where they cannot be contested for a top 8 slot. So VP's already going to TI.
Yeah, and it's just so good because they have a read on what Virtus.pro likes to do. The previous game, they not only shut down Pasha, but they put Nisha on a core that can handle the Beastmaster. PL versus Beastmaster, like we've seen PL abuse this matchup time and time again, and they recognize, look, Virtus.pro is just getting to the late game. We're not going to let them. this draft of Secret has such an incredible power spike around the 15 to 20 minute mark. And yeah, Pugna's a great counter to the OD, but he's going to have a Black King bar. You could doom him theoretically, but there's so much damage on Secret. Their team fight is insane.
But even if you doom him, Stampede gets triggered, you just run away from the fight. So there's no follow-up damage unless they get like a great shard block off or the Lion's just chain stunning. And that's so much pressure on Solo.
Yep, and I'm scared for no one's Pugna. Because you are against a silence. You're against 3 stuns.
That is true.
You're a counter to OD, but the lane is, I would say, OD favored, especially if he has Drow Aura. And I don't know if you're ever really going to come online. Like, Secret's going to try and win this game before VP are even looking to fight.
Puppey and Yamps are already working together. Puppey's very happy with this. He's got the +6 attributes as long as he stays in range. True Ranger, even with the extra attack speed, she buffs up the OD later on, but they can just zone out the lane. So any tri-lane which VP want to attempt, and PA, who needs to have a good start, needs to be able to get farm to get the items up, because they need a lot of items on the PA for her to be massively effective. It's not just levels.
Sven has 73 damage in the bottom lane. Like, you know, we know how strong Luna tri-lanes are. You don't need him necessarily to be the core. Oh my god, like, this is just such a crazy draft. And the Lion PA are not exactly heroes you want to be in having a tri-lane. Like, this Sven is going to be so strong. If Secret's able to hit level 2 first, they're just going to go straight for Solo, and he's going to die.
It does still seem like a fun lane up on top lane once Infernal Blades now arrive for Pasha, up against like a high health Centaur. But right now, if you look at the CSs, it's all coming up Team Secret. They're in control of the lanes. No one really from VP can harass anything. Like, no one himself, just to make it even more confusing, was good on mid lane to get a lot of life out of the OD. But the salve already comes back and OD continues to scale.
Yeah, and the other concern bottom lane for the VP tri-lane is that all 3 of these heroes like spamming spells. And Secret, they've all got wands already. Every single hero has a state. Well, the Drow doesn't yet, but as soon as he gets over to the side shop, I'm sure he'll grab one as well. And you can't kill Sven. He has 920 HP.
Yeah. And they just keep going forward. Too. Over towards PA. Continuous harassment. There's your war cry up. So already with the shield block, they don't get through much. And Ramsey's 2 more attacks from Yapsor will actually kill him off. In fact, he's level 2. Lucent Beam's available.
This isn't, I don't think you can beat this tri-lane if you're VP. You might need to consider lane swapping. You also didn't block the easy camp, so Secret is going to be able to pull to establish lane control once this starts pushing.
Wherever you go, though, it's so problematic. I don't know how you're meant to move your lanes around. Well, they're going again. A double Storm Bolt. Damage is so high. Say goodbye to Solo. Ramsey doesn't want to hang around either. These cold arrows make it so difficult to run away. He went for level 1 in it, but they're still damn slow. And then even Tusker, he's joining the fight. The courier is almost baiting Roger. Say, hey, do you want to try and fight? Please, please do so.
Oh, they're just, dude, Secret is just on point. They get both Archer denies on the hard camp as well. Like, man, it was just like we saw earlier today, playing against EG, when you had a Jakiro constantly pulling easy camp, and Yapsor is just denying the hard camp, and hey, you want to walk at me, I'll toss you into tower range. Like, Secret have game planned these safe lane tri-lanes. They have no problem contesting Virtus.pro, and I love that. Like, last game they dodged, this game they're contesting. They prove, like, hey, we understand both ends of this meta game.
Yeah, they really do. This is just absolutely wonderful if you're a Secret fan. Top CS, 33 CS on the Centaur. He has been doing nothing but pulling the dire creep wave down, and he's oscillating on the different camps. When you go up against, like, when we saw Faith Beyond playing these Darkseers, you would always ward block up these camps knowing this was coming.
This is the benefit of playing, Drown Trouble though.
Bottom lane.
Snowball.
Yeah, they're going in after Nisha. Puppey, he's got the strength, he's got the survivability. Nisha with the stick charge gets a little bit more life, he'll still go down, and Virtus.pro gets something. We can try and turn this round upside down for all the Russian fans.
That was a big kill. That was because Yapsor was checking Rune, was not in the area. And I just love the way Zai plays it. He has Stampede, by the way. It's 4 minutes in. Stampede is active. The tri-lanes are level 2.
They went Lucent Beam level 2 over on Yapsor. Come on, man. You meant to max up the aura. Roger may still die. Double stun. Slows him up. One more attack. Stick charges. Give Roger the life. He snowballs. He's going over the creeps on the side. Over towards the Sata. Puppey will stay with him, but Yapsor, this is why he goes to level 2. A kill secure for Luna. I am so surprised. Solo will die underneath his own tower. One more hit will do it, and it's going to be Nisha who'll claim this one.
Yeah, finding kills in this lane doesn't even necessarily
in trouble up on top.
you.
Infernal Blade's coming off cooldown. He's got a double creep wave with him. Zai, Half Stomp, tries to create some space. That ring needs to regen harder, but it's just not possible. It's a level 3 Infernal Blade. It works great against the max HP heroes.
And he's going to be able to grab the bounty runes as well. That's huge for Pasha. Zai, a little over-aggressive there. He just got a bit cocky. I love how he's playing the lane, though. You get out CS'd by a Doom. He can just spam Infernal Blade on you. You're going to lose that 1v1. So instead, just back lane, get more net worth, because a Doom has a very difficult time trying to push out creep waves. All he has is an auto attack.
I just keep getting so hard for Ramses. At least he has 10 stick charges. Doom got a little unlucky. He wasn't looking for the Sata. He actually ended up getting a Mud Golem, so he's got a split shot and a freebie stun.
Oh, he's just going in on Zai. I think he's dead.
He just doomed on top lane. After the Centaurs, Zai is moving back towards the tier 1 tower. He will not survive this one, or maybe he will. Sven's TPing over. Duke around the tree. He'll cut the tree down. The Infernal Blade, maybe with a level 2 Warcry. There's enough life on Zai. No, there's not.
That's huge.
Look at him go bottom lane. The second they realize he's moved out of the lane, there's only 2 on bottom. Virtus.pro, they're capitalizing, going after Nisha. Solo with a stun. They're going to get this kill on Nisha. It'll take a little bit more time thanks to the one charge. There's no Nisha. He's into the trees. The creep wave will reveal him in a second. While this little battle, Yapsaw versus Solo over on the sidelines. Finally, Nisha will go down, but Yapsaw wants his own kill. Another stun. Ramses, Phantom Strike's over. They need more control. Here comes your snowball. Yapsaw, he wants to lose a beam and get the kill, but it's still not enough. Solo's able to survive mid-1. He arrives to drop the hammer. He's still got more. Ramses into the trees. The Pugna Netherward's down. Virtus.pro, now they feel confident to fight because OD cannot. Nisha up on the hillside. Ramses, he's able to walk this one off. Roger will try and TP it out. Yapsaw, he won't get there in time to get the loser beam, and the TP's away. Virtus.pro, they feel behind in the draft, but they are playing their way into this game.
And this is how we've seen them just, God, the strategy from Secret is sick, but, you know, you forget VP is the most talented team in Dota 2 at the moment. One mistake from Zai, getting doomed up top. Pasha forces out the teleport. Would have saved Zai, but it was a long TP because he had died previously. And Virtus.pro immediately recognized, we have a numbers advantage, we're going to go. And even no one rotating down to try and help out. Just well played. God, you can see just one rotation gone awry, and VP, no mercy.
It still feels rough, however. Nisha, there's a lot of damage here on that bottom lane, but we're seeing the Pugna counter. Mid-1's having trouble. Solo's rotated over, but Mid-1 just keeps hurting himself more than he's doing damage to VP.
Look, I said this like 5 days ago. Still feel strongly. If you're beating VP, you're shutting down Pasha. Previous game, that's what you did. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to be top net worth on his team. He has utter dominance top.
He has an 8-minute Vlad's.
Yeah.
The courier's flying it out. And it was Zai who was making the most of that top lane.
This is the guy that makes space on Virtus.pro. He's the one entry frag.
It connects. No one rejoins the fight. Going after the Drone Ranger. Do they have enough? Maybe they have it with a Brawler. Getting in close, and yeah, they do. No one just drains him through. Puppey starts his run, but 4 heroes from Virtus.pro attacking in, and Puppey, for all that life, 1,100 of it, they just body block him up. Another control. He's got tag team. Back off cooldown. Combining it now with the Decrepify. Puppey goes into the tree lines, and they stampede. Looking to try and move up. In fact, it's the Gush pushing no one down. He can't get anything up with the Snowball. The Banish Save is there, and the Snowball went to the creep wave, pulls him to the side, but it costs no one. You can't pull him out of Astral Imprisonment, but you can kill off Yapsaw underneath the tier 1 tower. Tag team will go again. Puppey arrives, hexed up, cannot lend the stun, but Yapsaw, he moves so quickly through the trees. Stifling Dagger up by the Storm Bolt from Puppey. It keeps Ramses under control while the Gus does his work on Solo. They turn their attention to Roger. He wants to TP out, unable to do so. Too much intel stolen, and then mid-1, when you know Netherward, he is just on point, hitting through Virtus.pro's lineup.
Is this another show match, Toby? Like, what's going on? There's just constant brawling. We're averaging about a kill per minute. Both mid laners getting heavily involved in the tri-lanes. Love the rotations.
Give me more.
God, this is Dota 2 at its finest. The best teams in the world, constantly brawling. Mistakes are punished, but at the end of the day, it's all about the plays. Both teams always staying aggressive.
If it wasn't for no one running up that ramp and into
we got an
Nisha, mid-rune, they're looking to initiate. Roger is nearby, so we already got the Netherward down. They want to kill this as quick as they can, but man, it's very difficult to do.
I like the decision to put a point
the other way around as well. Decrepify and blast.
A lot of players are skipping that, but against OD, like, you do 110 damage or 130 per orb hit. from the OD. He can't actually play aggressive when there is a Nether Ward on the field. Late game, max orb, max Nether Ward, that's 400 magic damage and auto attack that mid one's going to end up dealing to himself.
Oh, hello, Lion. Hex over on Zai. Doombringer's moving over. He's got the Doom available. Does he want to let it rip? No, he forces the TP. That's the OD coming to the fight. They need an opening, but Stampede's on corner for 7 seconds, so the chase buff up is not there from Team Secret.
And you can see what separates these two teams from the rest of the field as well. Did we see EG or LGD or Vici make this many rotations?
Imprisonment
Never.
mid. Look for the Stormbolt follow-up. Look at Roger, though. He's walking forward. He understands he's going to save the Pugner. The Nether Ward did get dropped, and so did the hammer, dropping on Pugner's head. They had nothing more to really give.
Good for Secret. They're the ones with the mid-game power spike. You have level 6 on Nisha as well. He's going to just start farming the jungle, looking to get those auto-hit kills.
Actually, got to remember that attack speed increase for the OD. Of course, as long as Nether Ward's down, it's a good thing. But even YapzOr will make the most of this. Like how does that late game spike even work? YapzOr, he's not a man that likes to share a lot of farm, and they keep giving him all the time, so he actually levels up Eclipse. He didn't just bounce up Lunar Blessing. He went 3 points in the Lucent Beam.
As a 4 position, I mean, it's a 6-second cooldown on a nuke that does 300 damage with a mini stun. That's pretty formidable from any position, especially your 4. And he's going to be the one buying the Vlads, too. You can see, Secret knows what their timing is.
Go. There's that stun being used over on Solo. YapzOr's just got the physical damage, or does he? No, not when Solo's got stick charges available. But that's why Pugner rotates in. Nether Ward dropped, and Team Secret back up.
This has given a lot of space to Ramses. His net worth has climbed considerably. He was hovering near, like he was below YapzOr for a moment, but he's had a few free waves. And now Zai, he's going to move towards bottom. I like this decision because Ramses, you can't do a damn thing to a 1900 HP Centaur. It's 11 minutes into the game.
1900 HP, they stampede forward. They want to work with YapzOr. This is what the Eclipse is for. Maybe underneath the creep wave, not the greatest place to do it, but PA, he's looking for the jump up. Zai was already moving. He knew Roger was going to be nearby, so they Lucent Beam kill him off. All together, Doom, he gets the Doom onto the OD! The critical target, Stormbolt in the backline, so Pugner can't give the extra damage, but no matter what, mid one will die here. No attempt at denial, it wasn't possible. Centaur was already turned into a frog, and now it's past midnight. Zai back to his normal self. He tries to hoof stomp away, only stuns up the creep wave. This is a very dead Centaur. That's how you get through 1900 HP. All you do is decrepify and style him with the Nether Blast to get the kill.
Yeah, Pasha is just beasting this game. He is single-handedly the reason that Virtus.pro is in an even game instead of being 3 or 4K behind.
It's a good thing to point out, too. It is an even game.
Yes.
Like, you feel like Virtus.pro are getting the great rotations, getting fantastic fights, but they're only a little bit, actually not even ahead in Golden Experience, and Dro Ranger, it's a bloody double damage rune, activating up the Dro, combining with YapzOr, they're taking Roshan. Virtus.pro have no idea. They're smoking, they're actually going through the Radiant jungle, trying to find their own opening under the cover of smoke, but Roshan is done before they even reach the tier 1 tower in mid.
There's no way you expect it to come out that quickly. That's one of the arguments Nahaz would have. DD, full damage on Roshan, perhaps that
now
could be
they're going to fight mid one. They jump in, no Doom this time around. Is there a save? A Stormbolt over on, and now with the Eclipse, all that extra damage coming in from the 4th position is distributed around Virtus.pro. Roger will still die, however. Solo, he's kind of stuck in the trees for the moment. He was thinking about his own stun, but it won't happen. He waits it out for Puppey. Just a walk back over. Doom still wants to fight. He's got Warstomp available with a blink. He's going for a solo kill on mid one. Thanks to the imprisonment, he won't be able to get it off, but these arrows flying the way of no one. He doesn't have to Decrepify, but he's got Drain. Still not enough to stop Nisha from getting the damage out. Here comes Doombringer once again, but the cold arrows combining with Stampede, they got such great movement speed. It's still stolen intel, pumping into Pasha with the hammer. They drop it down, and Doom, he's living for the moment, but he'll die from the banishment. Ramses died in the meantime to Zai.
Alone
that was all the way up on top lane.
Oh
it was
God.
A solo kill for Zai.
They have blown this game wide open. All of a sudden, Roche and 2 towers fall. We just hit 14 minutes, and you said it was even game. All of it, 4K gold. Out of nowhere. And the thing about it is that Secret's draft, like, you're going to continue to spike up. You have not peaked yet. Virtus.pro, like, you still need so much time to be ready to take any of these engagements.
It also feels like the last fights that Team Secret have had, it hasn't gone underneath the sentry wards, and it always happens with this. Team Secret finding the initiation. They get the gust over on Solo, so he can't do anything, while Puppey control up Tuska, who finds himself in the middle of 5 heroes. Snowball, it's the downside. You aggressively move forward. It means you're in the middle of the enemy.
The auras, 24 to everyone's base attribute of Vlad's for the lifesteal and the bonus damage, and Drow is giving everyone 90 attack speed.
Dude, it's 2.7k.
It's 14 minutes.
It's 2.7k on the Centaur. Not to mention, remember, his extra damage with Retaliate actually makes these pushes even more viable. Pasha's looking at this going, I can't do anything. Maybe the back lines. Pugner buys some time to Decrepit Fire, gets another ward down. Roger will arrive, but no one's already dead. And now he's caught on the wrong side of the tracks. They're going to come back in middle lane. Last game took 20 minutes. This game may not last the same amount of time.
What up?
This feels more dominant than like Team Liquid winning TI.
Yo, man, people have been sleeping on Puppey for so long. Oh,
you
man.
mean sleeping? They've been hating on him. It's just like, man, these drafts never really seem to work. But Puppey is a stubborn guy. He thinks he knows. He does know the meta. And this time around, he seems to have nailed it. Mid-racks, 15.5 minutes in, totally gone, and VP offer no counterattack.
God, this is something I have not seen in a long time. This is a pocket strat. This is some cheese. This is that Gorgonzola.
Hey,
they are smothering VP with it.
It's the Kyle special, a pocket strat.
Oh, my God. But in game 2, God, I could maybe get away with it once, but then we'd always lose. This is different. This is why they're in the finals, Toby.
Man.
Oh, damn.
Team Secret can now just continue the aggression, and look at what Yapsaw's going. He's building an Aghanim Scepter onto the Luna. Sure, why not? And, well, Puppey, he's being running away. He's got that haster and high movement speed. Snowball can't catch up to him. He's just got the speed. Now the Doom will be cast, but it's a 5 position, Sven. You're burning your Doom on to get the kill.
And they're just going to walk top.
This is down for 2 minutes.
There's now level 12 Drow. He's got level 2 ultimate. TP coming in.
There's no Doom to threaten the OD. He can jump in, look for the chaining stuns, but now the Eclipse turns the damage around. Roger jumps forward for the Eclipse. It just bumps down both sides of the Eclipse. They are the moon controllers, Team Secret, and they're mooning Virtus.pro, even with a stun. Centaur gets the kill over on the Doombringer. This really is the game. I don't know how they find this. Venom Assassin, the Decrepify is buying some time. Pugner's doing what he can with a blast. OD, the Lucent Beam. Lion can't get the last attack in. Mid one's able to survive. Virtus.pro wipe from the face of the moon, and GG, 17 minutes in game 2. Secret, they are wiping the floor with Virtus.pro's face.
Oh my God. That's incredible.
Look at the way they move it. Just another day of the office, boys. Just keep focused. Yeah, that was good. That was good, all right?
This is with Zai. You know, credit him. He died twice up top. Did not tilt.
Yep.
A couple of mistakes from Secret even. This wasn't a completely perfect game.
That fight on bottom lane under the tier 1 tower, it looked like Virtus.pro were getting back into it.
But they weren't. The draft of Secret, like you look at it and on paper, you don't ever think that something like this will work out as good as it looks.
Yeah.
This was even better than what we expected. Like, that was a shellacking. There are not adjectives. There are not enough to describe what that was. That was beautiful. That is why we love Dota, and that's why credit to Puppey. He's been an incredible drafter, captain. Sunby as well. I think the best coach in Dota too. This has been beautiful. It's 2-0. You need one more, and you're going to win your first major.
It looks absolutely fantastic from Team Secret, and man, Pasha looked like he could bring it back. That blink. When the reveal came out, he had a good lane up on top. He got the early Vladimirs. It came in a really good time. I thought, okay, this is when they turn around. They group up. They get the Doom on the OD, not involved in the fight. And that's like one of those first times to do anything. But after that, the Netherworld was never a factor.
You look at the items that the game ends with, right? Yeah, sure, you've picked up a Vlad's Pasha, cool. But you have like all these auras. Yeah, I can go on for a while. I'm going to chill.
Yeah, we'll chill. But game 3. My God, this could be the quickest grand final a major has ever seen if Team Secret can repeat what they've done in Game 1 and Game 2.